more information at the debrief, okay? Welcome in, YouTube. We got countdowns just playing. Let me go ahead and bring Facebook in here. We about to go ahead and get started. Okay. Peace, Midori said I was trying to join on YouTube. Yeah, we there now. We there. I just joined YouTube. So you could go over there. You could do it this. You could do it that. You could do it this. You could do it both of them. Whatever you want to do. Peace, Drea. The keys to my house, car, and work keys. Ashe. Hey, Ray Bay. Hey, Keisha J. How are y'all? Welcome in, lovelies, new and true. Welcome to tonight's show. Welcome to the Crystaline Mars show. I am your co-host, Mrs. Duüblé Jones. I am the lady with the stones, the come here's, and the leave us alone. And I'm a spiritual guide to assist you in this life in any way that I can. Shout out to y'all for y'all bookings, okay? For y'all booking y'all 15% off your tarot readings. That's available on the website. And also shout out to y'all for booking y'all personal rituals. Like I said before, I've been working out rituals all day. I'm currently working 22 rituals at this present moment. And it's not too late to add your name to the list, essentially, and to book your own personal candle to work with this solar eclipse new moon energy. I did post a video on YouTube expounding on this energy, what to expect, how to connect. I gave a few rituals, herbs, and I like to break down the energy so we can know what's really happening. So head over to our YouTube channel and check out that video if you had not already. Head up to the website as well. Claim your spiritual jewels, your spiritual tools as well. You'll get free shipping for all U.S. orders over $75. And don't forget the rituals, the personal rituals are on sale, y'all. I ran it back by popular demand. Y'all were requesting that I ran the sale back to those of you who could not take advantage of the personal ritual sale that I had held a few weeks ago. So I ran it back. So head over to the website to take advantage of the sale so we can work with this energy together, okay? If you do have any questions in regards to recommendations or a little clarity to understand how the rituals work, you can feel free to DM us, email us, or you can write it down below in the comments and I'll answer them as they come through, okay? But yes, so we have that going on, and yeah, so let's go ahead and flow with the message of the day. And the message of the day is work with what you have. Work with what you have where you are right now. Work with what you have where you are. And that message of the day came from the book You Owe You by Eric Thomas. And so I'm going to read a little snippet of it. We have this ascension energy here playing in the background. The ascension energy is present for us to take advantage of, so we may literally create our dream reality, or at least plant those seeds. Right now we just planting the seeds and we're giving things time to grow. But start where you are with what you have. Once you state your intentions, you can begin to see more clearly the opportunities in the world that align with those intentions. Martin Luther King Jr. said, "You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step." This is a lesson for life and for business. One step will lead to another step. You don't have to start out with all the latest tech wizardry. You don't need to have a big budget. In the beginning, look at what you have access to and use that. After you take care of that next step, whatever is next will come. Ashe. So that's a message for the collective, especially as we are in this Aries sun. And we are also approaching this Aries. Well, we're actually in this Aries moon shadow period right now. And it's about taking the initiative. It's about forging ahead. It's about working with what you have, being resourceful, right? And so, obviously, we're being called to embark on different things, take advantage of different things, bring different things to the table. Or it may be the same things, but you may be looking around like, ooh, I need this first, or I need that certification first, or I need to get this camera first, or I need to get that program first, or I need to get that venue first, or I need to, you know what I mean? And it's all about building. It's about building. Again, because your talent can take you places that your character cannot keep you. Okay, so we don't want to rush ourselves. We don't want to rush our product. We don't want to rush our journey. So Spirit may literally just be showing you like the little things that you can work with now to use again, so you can slowly but surely like get your feet wet, get comfortable, right? Some of you may have these big dreams and it's like, okay, let's crawl, and you over here trying to run and it's like, we're not there yet, and that is okay. All right. Some of you may be called to use these platforms when it comes to just breaking out of your shell. Some of you may be called to go under somebody's wing, learn a little something to help you when it comes to acquiring the knowledge, the skills. Because one thing about it, I channeled this too. They like to throw around knowledge is power, but knowledge is not power. It's about what you do with it that gives it the power, because you could know a whole bunch of something and don't do anything with it. And a lot of y'all know what to do. A lot of y'all are tapped in. A lot of y'all have a lot to bring to the table, but you may not know how to actually present it. You know what I mean? And so it's about studying. It's about looking around, studying your field, to see where the loopholes are, to see what people are doing that's working, to see what they're doing that's not working. And again, enrolling in those different courses. But then at a certain point, you got to allow yourself to still be the teacher, but then lead. You know what I mean? And then be humble and really have the humility and remind yourself like, hey, I still got some ways to go. But at some point in time, it is until you take action, that's when things are going to start moving. So take action and work with what you have, where you are. Start where you are with what you have right now. So what do you have? What do you have? You have a phone. You may have some books. You may have some people who are in position who can help you. You know what I mean? So go ahead and take advantage of those things. And once those things run their course, then whatever you need next, it will then be materialized. It will then show itself. It will then be brought to light. But you have just what you need. You have just who you need in every area when it comes to spirituality, when it comes to work, when it comes to your physical needs, when it comes to your financial needs. It's about being resourceful, right? When it comes to the money, some of us are like, my money. But what are you spending your money on, right? You may get your nails done a lot. You may have certain things that you commit to. And it's like, what are you willing to sacrifice, right? What are you willing to give up, even if it's just a temporary thing? And that temporary may be like a couple years or something. I was talking to Brother Logas about that, because I still be jamming to my little jams, but I also listen to our prayers. But y'all know Brother Logas, he be ascension on a whole nother level. And Brother Logas do not listen to music. It's been months since he's listened to music. He only listens to his prayers. And I was just like, wow, I need a little tune. You know what I mean? And he was just saying how, when you have an intention and when you have a goal and you have something that you're focused on, sometimes you got to put some things to the side temporarily to focus on that thing. And then, it's not saying that you're going to always be like that, for always, for all time, but there may be a period of time where you got to like put some stuff on hold. So what can you put on hold so you can press play and start? You know what I mean? But again, also, like I just shared with y'all, like Brother Logas, that's his thing. I do my thing, how I do my thing. You do your thing, how you do your thing. But just reflect on how you doing your thing and seeing if your thing see if your thing is working. All right. So let's go ahead and transition over to the daily energy. All right. Y'all feeling good tonight? I see y'all in the building. Welcome to all of you who have joined. Shout out to you, Mystique, for taking care of the trolls or whatever them hoes said that came in the comments. All right. So let's see what we got here. So again, we are running it back. Y'all know I had did this daily energy yesterday, so we running it back For real this time. And a lot of y'all may be really hungry. Some of y'all are waiting. Brother Logas just pulled up and he's making dinner for me tonight. Normally, I cook my own food. Most times, I cook my own food. But he made something last night that I want. And I can't do it like him, right? And I was like, can you make dinner? So with that being said, I got to wait till that man finish doing what he got to do. And he just came here. So now, I guess he gonna cook my food while I'm, I probably need to remind him. He should remember. But while I'm doing the live, but I've been hungry, bitch, So I get it. A lot of y'all have an increased appetite. Y'all are ready to eat. But you have to give time for things to be prepared. Everything is not for you to do. Once you've done all you can, allow yourself to take a seat and just wait for the information, for the downloads, for the resources or whatever to present itself, okay? B-Love said, laugh out loud, dead ass, I'm going to get dinner right now. No, facts. Peace, Mystique, baby boo. Oh, you're talking to Lovely. So the daily energy for 2/27/2025. There is this breakdown, this dissolution of relationships. Bitch, we already did this. I'm not running it the fuck back. We about to move the fuck on. Because I'm not doing this again. I'm not doing this again. What are you not doing again? Okay? What are you repeating? What are you repeating? I had channeled this energy yesterday and I'm about to move the fuck on. If you want to know what the daily energy is, head over to YouTube, bitch. And you see, I don't know if this is just right now what's happening, but because I know I try not to get too ahead of myself. But since yesterday, I've been like, y'all can head the fuck over to YouTube. And one of our lovelies, Erica, a while ago was like, I think you should stop doing the daily energy on the show and just send the lovelies to the YouTube to look at the daily energy. And I've been kind of resistant when it comes to that. Like, what am I repeating, right? Because I'm just like, I like bringing the energy, the daily energy to the show, but it's not necessarily that I like it, because it's not anything that I necessarily like about it. It's just, it's always been this way and I don't know what else to do. So I've been just kind of doing this. I've been just going in this loop of just still bringing the daily energy to the show every night, even though I have YouTube videos every night, And Erica just came in. I just started talking about you too. And so I don't know what's going on with the daily energy. There may be some shifts coming to that. I'm still going to always post it on YouTube. But in regards to the Crystaline Mars show, I don't know. I'm going to sit with that before I just make any, be impulsive and make quick decisions. But yeah, I'm not repeating myself from last night. So if y'all want to know, head over to YouTube and check out the daily energy for tomorrow, because I said it yesterday and I'm not doing that again. Okay? So we about to go ahead and move into, you said YouTube was acting ugly. Is the connection clear to our YouTube lovelies? Ashe. So let's go ahead and get into the Tarot Tea Time, you and me time, y'all. If you would like a live reading, you can send your love offerings in. All right, it's a $15 for a 6-card pull. If you want anything more, you can send in more and I'll exchange energy accordingly. You said you're good? Okay, great. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into it. So I'm feeling called to pull from the Odisha deck. Hey, Baba! Don't forget my dinner tonight. Ashe. So definitely, by me just like talking to him out the window, it just made me think of like, like the old school love story where they'll break up and then the guy will be outside with the fucking jukebox singing a song, trying to win his lover back. So I don't know. There is something about like this chivalry, something coming back energy. I don't know. Energy, protect your boundaries here. But then also I came across a video earlier and it was this young lady, and it's interesting because I guess it's my Leo energy and my Libra rising, like that, my heart energy, and Leo rules the heart, but I'm really able to tap into people's heart center, to see people's heart center, to hear their heart center. And soon as I came across this lovely's video, I started feeling like this stab in my heart, and I was like, ooh, okay, she has a lot of splinters. And then I just listened for a little bit, and she went along, she talked about cutting off family members, even if it's your parents. And she just said how she just did that, and I was like, makes fucking sense, because I feel that wounded heart chakra energy. So some of y'all may struggle when it comes to coexisting with energies that may not be equally yoked, and so you may just feel like you got to cut everybody off, or you have to completely run away. Okay, but remember, isolation does not necessarily equate growth. It does not equal to growth by default. Okay, and you will actually grow more if you open your mind up to learn how to navigate these tough spaces, because there's going to be energy that challenges you. There's going to be chaos that arises sometimes. There's going to be different vibrational frequencies that are in your presence that you got to like coexist with. And it's like, you can't always escape here. So some of y'all may be trying to escape, or you feel like you have to completely hermit yourself. There are boundaries that needs to be set up, but it's more energetic and it's more spiritual. Physical does play a role, but it's more in the energetic and spiritual realm that your boundaries need to be set up. And once you set those borders, you can be right next to somebody and not be bothered. Okay, you may have to focus a little bit more to ground your energy, which can be exhausting as well. I get it. You know, some people are like, I'm tired of having to be on guard, or I'm tired of having to. But that's the thing when it comes to protecting our family, protecting our assets, protecting our car. We always have to lock our car, right? You always lock your door, right? So when it comes to your energy, it's the same thing. Like you always, you know, that's something that you always need to be mindful of, or aware of, or actively be protecting or shielding, you know what I mean? And not out of fear, but just out of knowing the fact, like, hey, there are intruders. There are people who, you know, who carjack, you know, there are people who are burglars, you know what I mean? Like, that does exist. So I'd be a fool to just be like, oh, I'm tired of locking my door. I shouldn't have to lock my door. So I'm just going to go in the middle of nowhere. I'm going to go in the fucking forest with just the animals, right? But then when it comes to the animals and you isolating yourself, then it's a whole nother beast you got to deal with, right? So you may find that you think you're running from something external, but you're really running from some internal challenges here. Okay, and you're like, damn, I ran away from that, but now I got to sit with this, or I broke up with them and got with them, but they doing the same thing that they did. It's like, yeah, because you think you're running away, but it's within you. It's the things that's within you that needs to be addressed, because you thought you ran away from the city, from the town, and moved into nature. Oh, now it's all peaceful and serene. But what about the lions and tigers and bears? Right? What about the snakes? What about the foxes? What about the wolves? You know what I mean? Yes, it's beautiful. It's butterflies, it's caterpillars, and all that cute shit. Birds tweeting. But there are other beasts as well. So what is this beast that you have yet to see the beauty in? You know what I mean? And how are you getting so lost in the beauty of things too, where you're like, oh, the butterflies and things, that you're naive, like I said, when it comes to what does exist, to where you're not arming your energy. So my point of saying all that is, whatever challenges it is that you are experiencing, it is to show you the importance of armoring your auric field through the different practices, through prayers, right? Through maintenance rituals, right? And that's why when it comes to the like the rituals and like the big rituals, I recommend that you do a seasonal ritual. I don't think it's necessary to do rituals, you know, all around the clock, all day, every day. There's certain things, or I won't say I don't think you got to do rituals, but because a ritual is just a sequence of events that you do with intentions. But I mean more so like the rituals that includes like the elements of the earth, right? And you actually sitting down and going into a meditative space. I don't think that you necessarily have to do that all the time, but I do recommend that. And depending on where you are too, you may have to do some things more consistently in a period of time to tackle certain energy. But for the most part, it's like just maintenance. So spring, summer, winter, fall, do a big bang. And then from there, you could do like just a weekly sweep, or, you know, something light throughout the day to set yourself up so you can just make sure you keep your corners clean. Facebook is sickening, bitch. But yes, so I don't know who this is that's trying to run, or, you know, but it's I do invite for you to evolve your perspective of boundaries and how you can set them and still coexist. How you can accept them and still coexist. Okay? Okay. I'm feeling led to pull one more from here. Okay, 2 came out. We have rain. Rain governed by Yemoja symbolizes cleansing, growth, and renewal. So with this Yemeya energy, she comes in when it comes to emotional healing, when it comes to matters of the family. So this could have to do with like some family matters, right? Some of y'all may really be struggling, or you're like, oh, I got to completely, like I said, with the lovely, she cut her parents off. You know, some of y'all may need to really do some healing when it comes to the relationships here, or for some forgiveness. Okay. And we have mountains. We have mountains. So we have rain and we have mountains. So you're definitely, it's like I said, it's going to make you stronger. It's going to make you stronger, and just really build up your endurance here. It's really going to build up your endurance here. I don't know why I'm getting like this kind of sexual message, but it's not really in a sexual way. But what I'm seeing is like, like a woman ride and her legs are hurting. It's like, bitch, my legs are tired. I just want to lay missionary. You know, I just want things to be easy. Unfortunately, I had dropped one of my teacups on one of my birthday gifts, or was it a Christmas gift from Logas Sis son. He got me like a teacup set, and it had a spoon with a bumblebee on the bottom, that Oshun energy, or a bumblebee at the top on the handle part, and the cup broke the spoon. And I was like, and there was just a message of, it's not going to be easy, you know. You're not going to be spoon fed. You know, you may have these prayers, these intentions that you're setting, these seeds that you're planting and things like that. And it's like, okay, now let's eat. You know what I mean? But you got to prepare your meal. You got to wash your dishes. You got to clean up the mess. You know what I mean? So Yemiya is coming through as well when it comes to helping you persevere, when it helps to come in, when it comes to assisting you as you are learning how to nurture yourself, embrace yourself, and fill some voids that maybe, you know, your parents lacked when it comes to like nurturing or raising you. Somebody may have been adopted as well. Y'all definitely comes through for the adoptees who don't have a relationship with their mother or father, but more mother. She's more mother. So let's see what OG got for us. So we have Bast here as well. Bast is great when it comes to protection as well, healing the solar plex energy. So some of y'all, you just feel like you gotta do it by yourself. Like I said, I gotta cook, I gotta clean, I gotta do this by myself. I gotta. And it's like, no, you have support here. You have support here. You have support here. My baby home, I love you. We got luxury lifestyle and we have miracle. No way. Like I said, some of y'all got, you like, I want this, I want that. And it's like, you know, you may have all these desires, but let's think about, yeah, we have the emotional roller coaster, but there's certain things that we got to clean up first, right? We talked about that. But with these heavy manifestations, or these big manifestations more so, it's giving like somebody who's like, I want to live a luxury lifestyle. It's like, okay, so you're going to have to put work in for that. The money is just not going to fall in your lap. People are not just going to give their money away to you. So you have to bring some kind of, you got to come with some kind of solution to somebody's problem, right? You got to come with some value. You got to come with something that sets you apart. You know what I mean? So what is that? But that's going to require for you to work. And some of y'all are just like, oh, I'm just waiting on this miracle. I'm waiting on this miracle. But it's like, but what work are you putting in here? Okay, we all want, well, I don't say we all. I'm not going to put that on y'all because some of y'all may not. But, you know, some of us may want, you know, oh, the nice picket fence house and the land and all these things. Okay, but what about the upkeeping of that? You know, now your mortgage is going to be more, right? Your light bill is going to be more. Your electricity bill is going to be more. That's the same thing. But like your AC and things, your lawn care, That's going to be more. You know what I mean? Your car note's going to be more, because more than likely you may have a dream car that is not cheap, right? And so it's like, okay, you have to do the work. Are you willing to put the work in? Are you willing to? And through all of the seasons, So I think it's important that you take a step back when it comes to, before you start manifesting things, when it comes to relationships. Are you ready to go through the mud? You know, are you ready to experience your partner during the summertime and the winter and the fall and the spring and all? You know what I mean? Because it's not going to be peaches and cream all the time. Okay? But we have emotional roller coaster, and we have Obanani here. Okay, so emotional roller coaster, and we have Obanani here. So like I said, your support showing up. Oba energy. Oba loves everything luxury. Oba loves everything luxury. And she can come through when it comes to helping with like manifesting and aligning with that energy. But there is certain discipline that has to be cultivated here. There's certain discipline that has to be cultivated here within yourself, within your being. All right. And we got Never Leave You playing in the background. So your spiritual team's like, I'm here. Your ancestors are like, I am here. If you want me to stay, I will never leave. We have Healer. All right. Some of y'all are like you. I remember I was in a season like this where you're so passionate about helping people heal. But are you healed? Are you just as passionate about healing yourself? You know what I mean? Or is this some kind of void that you're trying to fill here? You know what I mean? We have expenses paid in full. Now is the time. So if you do choose to align with this highest, when it comes to this highest timeline for yourself, there is a lot that is here for you. Expenses paid in full, but you just got to put the work in. You just got to put the work in here. We have justice. We have dreams into reality. Like I said, so with the Libra, with the justice energy, it's like karma, you know, you're always going to reap what you sow. You're always going to reap what you sow. And some of y'all need to let go of trying to recreate something and it looks exactly the same. Okay. And it doesn't have to look perfect either. There is beauty in the imperfections of you and whatever it is that you do here. Give yourself time to grow. Now is the time. Dreams into reality. We have Boy here. We have Today. Now is the time. Today. Dreams into reality. Okay, but we have the Healer, like I said, with Lovely earlier starting on the show. Some of y'all can resonate with that energy. You may be trying to skip steps. Oh, I want to manifest this. I want to manifest that. I want to manifest this. But baby, what's that heart posture like? What's that heart posture like? Are you even ready to receive? Are you in position to receive? Are you willing to put the work in that is going to be needed for you to, you know, sustain this lifestyle? You know what I mean? Or this relationship. So now is the time. Today we did enter this eclipse, new moon energy. We did enter this energy. So let's see. We have influencers. So some of y'all will be called to bring like this healing energy or influence people through your own essence. And it's like, you don't have to share your story. You don't have to share your story. Just share your glory. You know what I mean? And there will be seasons, there will be times where you may feel called to share your story, but it's more so like we need to know how we can get out of this. We need to know how we can create our dreams, you know, how we can really align with that. You know what I mean? We need to know how, like what steps we can take so we can release these bags. You know what I mean? But we have influencer here. We have healer here. We have sweets here. We have overwhelmed. We have sweets and we have overwhelmed. So again, give yourself time here so you are not overwhelmed. I ain't gonna cap. I felt a little overwhelmed today and I was like, whoa, what did I sign up for? I've done max, I think about, last time I had a big bang like this with the rituals, it was about, I think I did like 12 rituals. I was working 12 rituals at a time. And now I'm doing 22 actually, and Lovely's just purchased some since I've gotten 22. So right now I'm at like 25 rituals that I'm currently working. I was just like, whoo. But heavy is the head that wears the crown, you know. 22 is my life path number. I knew it was going to be a lot that comes with this. But I've been slowly preparing for this moment. You know, I know what I need to do, especially being an unwed child. I know what needs to be done, and I'm constantly being reminded of how I need to navigate it so I don't drain myself, so certain things don't latch onto me, right? Because my calling is so heavy. So there's certain things that you need to know before you just jump into something. So like, give yourself time to grow. Give yourself time to grow. I started with just collective rituals before I really started working with y'all energy one-on-one, right? I did collective rituals for about a year. And then I was like, okay, I'm ready to actually deal with the lovelies one-on-ones. Passion talking about you're a child. Passion, you are late. Yes, girl. I'm with a boy. Okay, so we have spring. And we have it's already worked out. Don't sweat. Don't sweat. Don't sweat. Okay? We have spring and we have it's already worked out. Don't sweat here. Okay, we got the sweet spring. So definitely as we move into this Aries energy, well, as we move into this 4th month, that 4 is definitely going to be calling for us to rise, to transcend to another level, to show up as to show up in alignment with our purpose, and to bring something new to the table. And like the book said with the message of the day, or Martin Luther King said, he said something like, you don't have to see the whole staircase, just take the first step, right? And what I'm saying right now is like the lights on the steps where when you the motion sensors, like when you take that first step, then the next step is going to light up. Okay, so just like give yourself time. Like I didn't see myself doing collective rituals. I didn't see myself doing exactly what I'm doing when I first took my first steps a few years ago. You know, I just knew on a bigger scale that I was here to help the collective in some way, shape, or form, right? I was heavy on like the healing arts, which is how those free journal prompts came about that are available on the website, because I had a Heal and Transform Yourself seminar that I did, but it didn't get anywhere. It didn't get anywhere because I didn't have everything. I didn't have like the knowledge. I didn't know how to really present that, and I was still doing a lot of healing myself. So it was like I was trying to take lovelies along, but I didn't even know where I was fucking going. You know what I mean? And so let's see what we got. We have you are the go-to. You are the goat. You are the go-to. So a lot of y'all really have this goat energy naturally. You just got to like master some things or really gain an understanding of some things. But we have growth here. We have you are the goat, growth. So again, give yourself time to grow. It's already worked out. Your path is already paved. Just take the leap. Make the decision to walk down it and understand it's going to be a little dark. It's going to be a little lonely sometimes. It's going to be a little overwhelming sometimes, but you got this. Know where your help comes from. Know where your help comes from. So we have tomorrow here as well. Today and tomorrow. We have huge opportunity. I channeled that on the blast earlier. Thank you, baby boo. I channeled that on the blast earlier. I saw Papa Legba. First off, I rolled past this monument, or what, I don't know if I would call it a statue. I don't fucking know. But it was like some big ass hands. And Papa Legba his energy has been heavy today, as it is Wednesday. And I told y'all, we talked about that last night with Oshun and Papa Legba's energy being present in this month of March. But it was this energy where it was like a lot of opportunities are opening for us, for the collective, and it's going to call for us to step outside of our comfort zone so we can walk into our purpose here. But this is huge. This is big. This is you having to put yourself out there in a way that you have not before. You may be used to going live, or you may be used to talking about certain things to certain people, or talking in certain rooms, or like just showing yourself in certain like scenery. But with this huge opportunity, this is like a new room, a new platform, some new uncharted territory. And we have today and tomorrow here. So it could come through tomorrow for some of you. But regardless, if it shows up, if it manifests physically today or tomorrow, this energy is opening, this portal is opening spiritually for you to set your intentions. Like, if you do want to be an influencer, set those intentions. If you do want to be a healer, you know, set those intentions here. Set those intentions. And then opportunities are going to come that align with that. Somebody's going to be doing an interview soon. Somebody's doing an interview soon. I don't know who it is. Y'all tell me, bitch. And if it's me, I'll tell y'all. But somebody is doing an interview or doing some kind of project with somebody who has a large following. I see somebody like working with somebody who has a large following or a large like community or something like that. And it's giving like you the new kid on the block or something. And you're like, holy fuck. It's giving like apprentice kind of energy. So some of you may be working with this person, or again, you may just be like a few steps behind them. You may just be a few steps behind them, but this is like on the stage kind of energy. This is on the stage kind of energy. Y'all gonna rock it though. This could be like a modeling gig. I don't know what it is. You said me. Graffiti said I claim that. Passion said I shade. Okay, we have green light here. Huge opportunity, green light. Give me the green light. Give me just one night. I'm ready to go right now. I'm ready to go right now. I'm ready to go right now. Hi. Somebody's very, very, very unique. I'm thinking about what's his name? Farnsworth Bentley? Something like that. Farnsworth. And you know, I think that's his name. Y'all know what I'm talking about though. I like the way you move. But it's something like, you know how he dressed so like eclectic, how he's just like, he was very dapper, but he had a very unique style, and it wasn't like all over the place. It was like, it was gathered, it was nice, it was like put together, it was coordinated, even when it wasn't coordinated. That's what I'm getting for a lot of y'all. Like, y'all may have some people who are like in awe. Like, oh my gosh, like, how can I, like, what's your follow? Like, are you on social media? Like, some of y'all are gonna be, you need to have like business cards or like a website, and this is what you're gonna be called to build. This is what you're gonna be called to build. Some of you are being called to really do the inner work so you can step into these things, right? Because remember when I talked about this energy that we're moving into with this Aries, this upcoming year, remember we're still in the year 9 and we're all in different spaces. So some of us, so we're all shedding skin, but it's on different levels, right? Some of us have already been on social media platforms doing different things. So the next level for you is going to look different from the next level. For the next level, your next level is going to look different as from the next lovely, from the next lovelies. Yes. your level up is going to look different, right? The other lovelies journey may be, I don't know, you know, them going inward, or, you know, maybe starting a social media platform, or maybe moving up in position to a higher level or something like that. I don't know. But my point is, we're all in different seasons. And so we're going to give ourselves time to shed this skin. But a lot of us are walking into this uncharted territory. Okay? You say your aunt called you eclectic. Ashay. Rose said, I came into the chat and you just confirmed, and my God, my heart is overjoyed. You literally just got off the call. That's why you was late. I got some things in the work. I'm so excited. Ashay! This is so beautiful. It's okay to change your mind. It's okay to change your mind. What's this okay? What's this? It's okay to change your mind. So some of you may have been like, you know what? I'm good on something. And you may find like, you know what? I really do want that. I just didn't see it for myself, or I didn't think they'd want me, or I didn't think I'd get it. So I just kind of like, you know, pop my balloon because I didn't want to get rejected, or I didn't want to get, I didn't want to be disappointed or something like that. We have work from home. We have teacher here. Work from home, and we have teacher here. Okay, so somebody may be called to step up and teach, or some of you are like, you want to be an entrepreneur, or you want to have some kind of work from Some of you may have been working from home and you're like, you know what? Like, I want to work with people. Like, it was cool being by myself, but I kind of would like the social engagement. We have 2 days here, so we done went from the day to tomorrow to 2 days. So it's like this extendo clip energy. Like, this is definitely, it's giving like the take the first step. We started with today and then tomorrow, and now it's saying 2 days. Okay, so this is giving like, this is literally in alignment with, you're not going to see the whole staircase. Just take a step at a time. Okay. Midori said, yes, since I started working on my root chakra, I felt led to start working on my website and feel less anxiety. I love that for you. I love that for you. Woo woo. Keisha J says, should I open my home-based daycare? I say think about the pros and the cons and weigh them. I say think about the pros and the cons and weigh them. Okay? And just before you start whatever it is, I think it's important that we give it some thought. You know, like, is this something that I'm really going to do? Then that's why I said weigh the pros and the cons. And if you're like, woo, no, I'm just kind of feeling like I want to do it right now because I just want some money. I just want to do something real quick. It's like, okay, do you really want to give your energy to that, or would you rather just align with something that is actually in alignment with you? So I don't know what that is for you. I invite you to, again, weigh the pros and cons. You said, I'm in love with this energy. It's been a long time coming. Yes, and I'm glad you're here. We have the new moon energy here. We have the new moon energy. What's up, new moon? We got third party, no thanks. Third party, no thanks. So, with this new moon, this eclipse energy, there is definitely, okay, so there was somebody or something that was teaching you something and you've learned some kind of lesson, so they're moving on or you're moving on. You know, you may have needed the group support. You may have needed somebody to hold your hand in some way and you're like, okay, I got it. You may have needed training wheels or something like that. It's like, okay, I'm ready to ride the bike. I'm ready to ride the bike. Okay. Baby, tell me, baby. Rose said, I'm so thankful I did my birth chart reading with you. It opened the door and shed light in a major way. Ashe, y'all book your birth chart reading. We have the full moon. Wow, this is connected to this eclipse energy. The new moon, so because y'all know the full moon was the lunar eclipse. The new moon, which is this week, was the solar eclipse here. So we're closing up this eclipse season, and I told you some third party, something's getting eclipsed the fuck out, whatever this was, whatever interference, or, you know, it served its purpose though. It really did serve its purpose. I really can't even talk trash about this energy because it really did help more than it hurt. It may have brought pain, it may have triggered, it may have brought resistance, it may have brought struggle, but it definitely helped you break through. It helped make you uncomfortable, which was needed. It made you uncomfortable. Like somebody could have been in your position, or somebody could have took something from you, or something for you to really see the value in yourself or the value in that thing or that person, something like that. We have allow support. Okay, we have allow support here. So with the third party, no thanks, allow support. Like I said, it did support you, but it's time for you, like this support is going to now come in a new form, like an evolved form here. An evolved form. A lot of you are going to see like this. You're going to see your future self through this person. It's giving like a mentor. I don't know. I just really see you working with somebody. And it can even be your partner. You know, it don't have to be anything business related. It could be you working with your partner and you opening yourself up to now see things that maybe you didn't see before. You know what I mean? You loving the playlist, I say. Somebody is an amazing singer. We have overwhelming love and support. So allow the support, and bitch, it's going to be overwhelming. But you're ready. You're ready. We have stalemate. So something was stagnant, something was crusty, something wasn't moving. But we have none of your business here. None of your business. What's this none of your business? What's this? What's this none of your business? What's this none of your business? We have musician in reverse. Somebody may be a musician, or somebody just may not be, something may not be like stimulating anymore. Because I just heard somebody cut the music off. What's this? None of your business, musician? None of your business, musician? None of your business, musician? We got they will witness you win. We got soulmate here. They will win. So moving from the stalemate to the soulmate, bitch. Way away. Like a call. Okay? So with this, they will witness you win. None of your business. They will witness you win. Give me one more. Give me one more. Okay, you came out. All right. But we got think before making the final decision here. Okay, cool. So yes, so this think before making the final decision and none of your business. There is something that you need to talk to you about. Because you know what you want. You know what you're ready for. You know what you can handle. And so it's like, be honest with yourself. You may need to have an honest conversation with yourself. And it ain't got nothing to do with nobody else. But somebody definitely going to witness you win. Somebody definitely going to witness you win here. I'm hearing first 48 right now. So there could be some kind of investigation going on right now. Let's see. What's this investigation energy I'm picking up on? We got the sacral chakra. It was in reverse though. Somebody was like trying to block your flow here. May have been trying to block your relationship or your money. Or just trying to stop you from being yourself, embracing who you are. Some of you are like, you're like same sex, you're into the same sex or something like that. And somebody could have been just really trying to block you or like make you be something that they wanted you to be. Because maybe they aren't, they don't love themselves, or they're not in a good space, so they don't want you to be in a good space either. What else we got? We got clean slate, olive branch. Clean slate, olive branch. So this is a second chance at something. We got yin and yang here. Yeah. So clean slate, olive branch, yin and yang. So with this clean slate, olive branch, this could be a relationship that there's like some emotional turmoil or some like emotional, like there could have been like infidelity, or like there could have been some stuff that kind of added a sour little taste to the relationship here. And I do see that being cleared and washed out. Some of y'all, this is y'all's second time showing up. Some of y'all may definitely benefit from healing the past, right? To set intentions to just really leave the past in the fucking past, to be at peace with your past, to understand your past, because that's when we can really be at peace and move forward, when we have that understanding of it. Bitch, is the heat on? I think it is. Y'all candles over there burning. I got the windows wide the fuck open, but I think the heat is on. Shit. Hold on, I gotta call the guys. Cause bitch, I'm melting. I'm melting. I think I had on from earlier. Let me call him real quick. Cause bitch, I can't. We about to be closing up though, so if y'all do want a live reading, y'all let me know. Bitch, who am I calling? Bitch, my bad. I done damn FaceTime one of the lovelies from last night's reading. Bitch, who? My bad. They better not call me back. FaceTime video. Hold on, y'all. You said it's the baby. No, bitch, it's hot. This is why I'm hot. I'm hot because I'm fly. You ain't because you not. Mims. This is why. Answer the phone. What is you doing? Can you please check to see if the heat is on, and if so, can you cut it off? Because I'm melting. I think I cut it on earlier. It's on? Shit. Thank you. Asante. How long you gonna be?
Are you ready?
I'm closing up. I'll be ready in about 5 minutes.
So.
All right. All right. 5 5 minutes, that change energy. You ready? You ready? Because I was about to say, well, I'm ready when you are. But he asked me, was I ready? Yeah, I'm ready. Let's go. Because I already done asked y'all. We got artists. Okay. I asked y'all if y'all want to read and ain't nobody saying nothing. So we moving. Bitch, I got to eat. Bite. That's my word. I'm screaming bite. I'm screaming bite. Bitch, I'm trying to eat. We got 2 days came out again. We got 2 days. So be intentional with that of what you're creating. Of that of what you're creating here. We have 2 days. We got to take pics and record videos. Some of y'all may want to document something as well. Let me see. Somebody maybe want to take pictures with you. I remember when I was in the mall, they used to always ask, like, can I take a picture with you? Oh my gosh, can I take a picture with you? So some of y'all may really have like that superstar energy where somebody just wants to, like, they love your adornment or something like that. And they're just like, yo, I want to take a picture with you. Let me see what we got. You see, I think I'm going to schedule in 1 hour reading or one of the rituals. Ashe. I trust that you will book all that you need. I'm ready to eat, bitch. It was hot. The heat was on. The heat was on. Yes, let's go ahead and really fire that. Let's start working that sacral solar plex energy and stir up that heat. Stir up that heat. Again, you may be waiting like, oh, I need the AC. I need the heat to warm me up. Bitch, you are the candle. You are the fire. Okay, we got Obatala here. So the higher wisdom ritual, like I said, would be a good one to invest in as well. But with this Obatala is definitely here to bring in some wisdom. Okay. Some honey, some wisdom here, some clarity. I shade. Damn! Look, I talked all that. I said all that, and now I gotta. What did it say? What is it? Not eat your own words. I gotta eat my words. Huh? I did have a little appetizer, so I ain't starving. Okay, let's see. But it's worth the wait, though. It's definitely worth the wait, for sure. All right, y'all. Let me move out of the way. Hold on, wait. Okay.
Watch over the rice, make sure it don't burn.
Okay.
Peace, family. Today's spiritual lesson is culture. Culture. I talked about culture before. Real quickly, to give you a baseline on what culture is, it is an agreed upon set of traditions and behaviors from the group on what will be most beneficial to the group, right? So it's agreed upon set of traditions and behaviors that's agreed upon by the group that will be most beneficial to the group as a whole, right? That's the purpose of culture, not necessarily the definition, right? They'll give you some bland, plain definition on Google, but the purpose of culture and its function, that's its purpose, right? Now, culture, that's on a macro scale. Well, what's culture on a micro scale? The body, which they have dubbed as 40% made out of cells, we'll say body cells, organ cells, that type of deal. But it's about 30% of that, but then 70% of bacteria cells, right? Now modern science or the new uprising modern science will only focus on the cells that are in your gut, but there's also a collection of cells hovering around you called your aura, right? So I don't know if they add that into their 100 trillion, so it might be even more if they add those. I'm not sure. But when it comes to your cells, when they are fermenting, whether it be like cabbages or different plants fermenting milks, create yogurts, cheeses, right? They or creating apple cider vinegar or some kind of probiotics, right? They are culturing. They are culturing. They are creating a culture or collecting a culture for that food, right? Meaning they are amalgamizing bacteria. And the purpose of that bacteria is to eat and destroy what is unbeneficial, or what will be unbeneficial to our bodies. That's what our gut does. That's what our gut bacteria does. It eats and destroys what is unbeneficial to our bodies. And it breaks down what is useful to us into a form that we can readily absorb into the cell wall, into the mitochondria. So the bacteria, the culture within our gut, its job, and within our mouth as well, its job is to, as a collective, come up with a systematic way of behaviors and a system on what we accept, what we don't accept, what we eat, what we don't eat, that will best benefit the collective, which is the body, which is the group. Culture, that's why culture is so important. So whatever your culture is, that is how you as a community, you as a society is going to translate and manage any and all situations, any and all possibilities, any and all opportunities, any and all threats, any and all scenarios. That's how you're going to translate. That's how you're going to filter it based off of the society's culture. Just like how your gut will do the same thing. Just like how your aura will do the same thing. That's the same as your mouth microbiome will do the same thing. Ashe. So that being said, because we operate collectively for the most part as a business culture, then everything that we come into contact with, everything that we run into, everything that we filter, everything that we try to understand or understand, everything that we try to manage is through a business culture mindset. So we're a business bacteria, right? And in the business, it's about self-gratification. It's about getting the quickest buck possible. That's how we also tend to eat. Self-gratification, getting the quickest stimulation possible. And not what's healthiest for the body, longevity-wise, not what's healthiest for the community or society or the nation, longevity-wise. So we must, if we want longevity, and if we want collective power amongst everybody, we must have the proper culture. Ashe. And I'm going to try to give some more clarity on what that culture would look like, or what it looks like, because it already exists. It's all about putting it all together. And we're trying to get there, but we got to put it all together. Ashe. So that's today's spiritual lesson. Now we're going to Q&A. Peace over to the Facebookers. Peace over to the OGs on IG. And peace over to the YouTubers. We appreciate all your likes, shares, and subscribes, as well as your super chats, your reposts, your reels and stories, your Cash Apps, your Zelles, your Apple Pays. Ashe. Peace over to Big Time and V Unique, and That's Powerful Love, and Kia Chantrell. Okay. So I'll give y'all a minute or two to decide what you want to throw in to the mix. Peace over to Graffiti. Peace, peace. And Binani says, what ways can I restore my self-power / energy? Okay. You can restore your power by 1, creating and recording your own prayers. Create and record your own prayers, right? I have created 16 for myself. Some of them, and I should say, create your own prayers / guided meditations. I've created 16 of them. Some of them are 2-3 hours long. Some of them are 4 or 5 minutes long. Right? So create some of your own prayers, right? So that you can put your own voice in your head, so that you can become your own God, right? Not only to your mind, but to your entire body, all the cells and bacteria in your body. That's 1. Number 2, you do want to have do some regular exercise. Do some regular exercise, whether it be dancing, whether it be calisthenics, push-ups, pull-ups, that type of thing, lunges, maybe some light running, maybe playing pickleball or something, right? Let's get your body moving. Number 3, you want to get the proper supplementation. The proper supplementation. And I'm not talking about herbs per se, though there are definitely some powerful herbs that could help with that. But more like just very specific vitamins and minerals, right? Amino acids being one, not necessarily protein, but amino acids. Vitamin D3 and K2. Different forms of magnesium. Chlorella. I would also say zeolite. Some methylated B vitamins, some methylated folate. And then you want to have you want to get your bacteria balanced as well. So you take fish oil and K. Ashe, so that's good. You got your fish oil, your omega. So you're right. I forgot about the omegas. Your omega-3s, your omega-6s, definitely omega-3s, and your DHAs that go along with the omegas, the DHAs. You say K something, right? Well, specifically is K2. That's what you're looking for, K2. There's other Ks. There's also K1 and like a K7, I think, or something. I don't know. I can't remember the other one. But K2 specifically with the vitamin D3. At least 5 to 10,000 IUs of vitamin D3. Oh, also time-released vitamin C. Time-released vitamin C is also a really good one. I would say get some, You only want to drink spring water. And even more powerful than that, hydrogen water, where you can get like a hydrogen bottle, like on Amazon, to pour your spring water in. Let's see. You also want to get your gut bacteria right, so you want to eat many different kinds of some cultured foods, like some yogurts, whether it be sheep or goat yogurt, or possibly, if you want to go the vegan way, like coconut yogurt. Or even like sheep cheese, goat cheese, things like that. As far as other foods that you want to get a large group of different types of plants and greens. You don't have to eat them all at once, but just kind of rotate through them. Right, whenever you make your salads, you don't. It's good not to necessarily do the same greens every single time. So you can do arugula. You can do like dinosaur kale, dandelion greens, the different rainbow chard, the long the bushels of like parsley and cilantros and things like that. Don't do spinach though. I wouldn't do spinach. But you can do like your red lettuces, your romaine lettuces, things like that. Bok choy. There's a lot of things you can do too, but I'm trying to not do too much. Also, what's another good thing to add is your what's it called? Your seaweeds, your nori or your kelp seaweed. Especially for women, especially for you. You want to keep your fruit to a minimum. I wouldn't make it the majority of your diet, but here and there, you can do your fruits, your melons in particular. If you're going to do meats, then I would do like sake salmon every once in a while. Bison, grass-fed bison, Chilean sea bass. Those are like my go-tos there. And also when it comes to your veggies, you got your onions, your peppers, your olives. Olives are powerful stuff to add. Your olive oil if you're doing your salads, right? And then to add some other extra little things you can do, getting a grounding mat is very powerful. It's going to pull all the lactic acid out of your body, so that's a powerful thing. I would definitely get a grounding mat, or even a grounding blanket, or grounding pillowcase. A red light. You can if you want to add some extra in there, you can get a red light therapy lamp. Those are pretty powerful as well. But definitely the grounding mat, you're going to feel that difference right away with the grounding mat. You're going to feel that difference right away. Yeah, those are if you do what those things that I put out right there, and you make those a daily part of your lifestyle, within the first week, you will start to feel your power activate. Even if you do half the things I just said. Some of those things, if you just did one or two of them, you would feel the power. That's how powerful it is. So, the ones that you will feel the most and the quickest would be if you get the aminos, you're gonna feel that quickly. If you get the grounding mat, you're gonna feel that quickly. If you get the the zeolite, you're going to feel some changes with that pretty quickly. Especially if you like to soak in baths. For my ladies, especially the ladies like to soak in the bath. Put a scoop of the zeolite in the bath water, and it's gonna be a different experience when you get out, right? Duüblé can attest to that. I started having her do that. Because the zeolite, it binds to heavy metals. So because she likes to soak in the bath water, I'm like, well, there's all these heavy metals in the bath. Put the zeolite in there, and she has a totally different experience. She doesn't feel drained anymore when she comes out of the tub. So that's a great one there. The hydrogen water is another one. If you get the hydrogen bottles, you'll feel a difference pretty much right away as well. If you're only drinking that. Yeah, so those are like some ones you're gonna feel right away. For those who are like really heavy on, I need to see a difference right now. Those are the ones that you're gonna feel a difference on the first day or two. Ariana says, is the list open for reads? The list is not open right now, so you have to catch Duüblé tomorrow for the next set of live readings. Otherwise, you can go to crystalinemars.com if you want to book your own personal reading. You can always do that. That's Powerful Love. She said, do handshakes do handshake exchange energy do handshakes exchange any energy for real? Yes, they do. That's Powerful Love. If you're still on energy, handshakes do exchange energy. It exchange energy. Has exchange energy mostly through the bacteria. That's mostly what we're exchanging is our bacteria. It's our bacteria, it's our intentions, it's our I'll say like those are like the two main things, like our bacteria, our intentions. And then sometimes we also exchange spirits too. Sometimes we also exchange direct spirits as well. But it depends on how the handshake is done. It depends on the setting. It depends on where your mindset is at when you do the handshake. It depends on what the other person's mindset is at when they do the handshake, right? You could do a handshake with someone and, your energy can meet, but it doesn't necessarily have to be, I've taken your energy with me, or if you're taking my energy with you. right? You are going to share some bacteria, but you don't necessarily have to share. Your spirits don't necessarily have to be taken off the other person. The intentions don't necessarily have to be taken. But that depends on sometimes the power of your mind versus the other person's mind, and vice versa. But you're definitely going to exchange bacteria no matter what, because it's in your aura. Your aura field is a bacteria field. So what's the culture of spirituality? Christianity is one culture. Islam is another culture. Hinduism is another culture. Right? These are the cultures. Buddhism, all these other cultures. So those are the modalities on how people in those communities will digest and filter any and all information and life experiences through the lens of those religions or spiritual practice. Right? Or you can try to create something that's a combination of those. And then that's where you would use like the yin and yang concept, right? I'll try to go into that tomorrow if I remember, into I'll go like culture part 2 tomorrow to go deeper into that concept, into more specific, get more specific into it, so that we have a deeper understanding of how we can, on what the new, and essentially what the new culture is spiritually, what it's trying to do, and what we should be trying to help it to do. The new culture that we should be trying to put together. But understand that culture, or the collection of the bacteria, or the collection of, is just that. It's a collection of concepts and ideas, right? The more the variety, just like in the bacteria in your gut, the bigger the variety, the more ideas that are put together, the more powerful that culture is. Right? So here in America, we do have an opportunity, and I mean, really the world, we have opportunity around the world, because we're so connected, to create a very powerful culture, right? But there are certain groups of beings out there who are trying to turn all of these different thought processes just into one singular thought process, one singular concept that is not a collection of them all together, evened out, but just trying to ignore all of those ideas, create an idea that actually minimizes the power and the growth of the population of the world. And if they are successful in that, that's just like it's like having the bacteria, the bad bacteria in your gut, take over and say, no matter what, forget all the great different foods and varieties and the greens and the cultures and whatever. Just get candy. Just get chips. Just get these processed foods. Just get that, right? And then that's where sickness happens. And that's how the sickness of the earth happens as well. But if you want as far as spirituality is concerned, if you want a powerful culture of spirituality, you're supposed to, when you actually, they talk about this, or he talks about it, the author of the Metu Neter Volume 1, the Metu Neter Volume 1, the Egyptian book. I can't remember his name. It starts with an R, I believe. He talks about how all of these religions that exist today are just the splintering of the original spiritual concept. So I've been spending quite some time in my life trying to pull all the religions back together into the one puzzle that it truly represents. Not trying to kick any particular religion out, and not trying to drown out any particular religion. Instead, trying to hear them all out, trying to understand them, and weave them back together. In my opinion, I would say that some of the Oriental groups who deal with like the feng shuis and who deal with the what's that therapy with the needles, the needle therapy, whatever it's called, right? Into the chi centers, right? Like the Orientals groups that deal with those type of energies, with those type of concepts and exercises, right? I believe that they are because essentially that's where we get like a lot of our concepts of chakras and things of that nature from. So I would say that that's where the biggest chunk, that's like as I talked about how we have a soul, but understand that soul has actually multiple bodies, right? So you're one of the bodies on this earth that's connected to your particular soul, right? And the reason why it has multiple bodies because over time, over trauma, it has splintered itself. But one of the bodies holds the majority of the soul light energy, while the other bodies only house a very small portion of that light, right? It's usually those who are the most spiritually inclined. If you're deeply into trying to find yourself, then more than likely you are the biggest portion of your soul's light. Well, it's the same thing when it comes, you look at religion. I would say that some of the Oriental groups hold or house the biggest portion of that true source spirituality energy, a spiritual culture, in my personal opinion. Graffiti says, I'm about to go book the Higher Wisdom Ritual. I'll be on for a clearing with you tomorrow night. Ashe. Divine Lesson. Ashe. Ashe Graffiti. Acupuncture, that's what it's called. Asante and Penzi. Acupuncture. And thank you as well to TT. Ashe. So I don't see anybody else or any other questions being thrown in. So I'll go ahead and say Ashe, Asante, and Amen. Ime Kamalika, it is done. And we will see you tomorrow for a thorough Thursday. Ashe.